What if your dreams weren't just dreams? What if the bizarre images, the surreal landscapes, the people you haven't seen in years were not random at all? What if they were messages? Messages your soul has been trying to send you, but you've been too distracted to notice, too busy, too logical, too awake. Every night while the world sleeps, something ancient stirs beneath your eyelids. You enter realms untouched by time, unfiltered by ego, and more real than waking life ever dares to be. In this video, we'll uncover the hidden symbolism of dreams you keep ignoring, and why it might be the most important thing your spirit has been trying to show you. Because dreams aren't just echoes of your subconscious, they are mirrors, keys, maps, whispers from the deeper self you've long forgotten. And if you've ever had a dream that lingered, one that made your chest ache or your skin crawl, this might be the moment you finally understand why. Let's begin. 1. The language of the soul is metaphor dreams. Do not speak in words. They speak in symbols, and symbols are the native tongue of the soul. A house, that's your inner self. A flood, emotional overwhelm. Flying, freedom your spirit craves. Losing teeth, fear of powerlessness. But we dismiss these as weird or meaningless. Why? Because the modern world taught us to silence our inner mystic, to trade the sacred for the scientific. Yet ancient traditions knew better. The Egyptians believed dreams were direct messages from the divine. The Tibetans saw dreams as training grounds for death and rebirth. Jung called them the royal road to the unconscious, and still we ignore them. But your soul has never stopped speaking. 2. Recurring dreams are not glitches. Have you ever had the same dream over and over? The same place, the same feeling, the same chase, the same fall, the same silence before you scream? These are not errors in your brain. These are soul alarms, calling you to pay attention to something unresolved, unhealed, unremembered. The more you ignore them, the louder they become. Sometimes they even evolve. A locked door in one dream becomes a shattered one in the next. Why? Because your consciousness is in dialogue with something higher, and it's waiting for you to respond. 3. Dreams of death and shadows aren't what you think. Many people fear dreams of death, of darkness, of being buried or chased by shadowy figures. But in symbolic language, death does not mean ending. It means transformation. It means your ego is being asked to let go. It means an old identity is dying, to make space for something truer. Shadow figures, they're not here to hurt you. They're your own pain, made visible. Parts of yourself you've repressed, now begging to be faced. When you run from them in dreams, they chase you. When you turn to face them, something magical happens. They soften, they shift, they reveal gifts hidden in the dark. Because your shadow is not your enemy, it's your teacher. 4. Lucid dreams, glimpses into conscious creation. Have you ever become aware within a dream? Have you realized mid-dream that you were dreaming, and then shaped the dream itself? This isn't just a fun trick. It's a clue, a reminder that you are the dreamer, and also the dreamed. Lucid dreams often occur when your consciousness is expanding, when your spirit is waking up. You begin to sense reality is not fixed, identity is not rigid, time is not linear. And in that liminal space, you begin to remember something ancient, that you are a creator, that what you imagine, you become. 5. Visitations, when the dead speak through dreams. One of the most mysterious dream phenomena is the appearance of loved ones who have passed. These dreams feel different, clearer, softer, slower. The presence is unmistakable. The love, undeniable. Sometimes they speak. Sometimes they just look at you. But always, you wake up feeling something that defies language. Peace, warmth, longing. These are not hallucinations. These are visitations. Moments when the veil thins just enough for two worlds to touch. Not every dream is a message, but some are moments of real contact, and the more open you are, the more often they'll come. 6. The symbolic body. When dreams speak through the flesh. In dreams, your body becomes a canvas. Wounds, flying, drowning, giving birth, losing your voice. Each physical sensation holds meaning. A dream of falling endlessly, your trust has been shaken. A dream of being paralyzed, you feel powerless, voiceless, in waking life. A dream of giving birth, not just literal, but symbolic. Something within you is ready to emerge. Your dream body is not random. It speaks for parts of you that don't have words, and sometimes, when your waking self ignores pain for too long, your dreams scream it louder. 7. The mirror effect. Other people in your dreams. Are you ever dreamt of someone you haven't seen in years? An example. A parent. A stranger who feels familiar. Here's a secret. In many dreams, the people you meet are not them. They are you. They represent parts of your psyche, your inner child, your ambition, your fear, your desire. The angry boss, your inner critic, the silent friend, the part of you that's gone quiet, the loving stranger, the part of your heart you're still afraid to trust. Dreams mirror your emotional landscape through characters, settings, and mood. Even nightmares are mirrors. And if you dare to ask, what part of me does this represent? You'll begin to decode the message. 8. The geography of the soul, dream locations that matter. The place in your dream is never just background. It's a symbolic terrain. A collapsing building? Your identity is shifting. A vast ocean? Emotional depth or uncertainty? A school you don't remember? You're being asked to learn something or revisit a lesson you've forgotten. Pay attention to the feeling of the place. Safe, trapped, lost, free? Because dreams don't just show you your current reality. They show you the emotional reality beneath your surface. Sometimes you're dreaming about the past, not to relive it, but to heal it. Sometimes you're dreaming about the future, not to predict it, but to prepare your soul. 9. The timing is no accident. Have you noticed when certain dreams appear? Just before a big decision, right after a heartbreak, in the middle of spiritual growth. Your dreams are timed. They're not noise, they're orchestration. The night before you walk away from a toxic job, you dream of a storm clearing. The day after a deep meditation, you dream of flying. The week you ignore your gut, you dream of your teeth falling out, power disintegrating. The subconscious is always speaking, and when your soul is involved, the timing becomes sacred. 10. Why you keep forgetting them, and how to stop. If dreams are so powerful, why do we forget them? It's not that they disappear. It's that your waking mind has been trained to dismiss them. You check your phone before your feet touch the floor. You leap into the day, not the reflection. But there's a way back. Each morning, before you move, ask your dream to return. Don't chase it. Just be still and listen. Keep a journal by your bed. Write even fragments. Because the more you pay attention, the louder the voice becomes, and eventually, your dreams will start to remember you. So many of us walk through life half awake, ignoring the wisdom that visits us nightly. But what if you didn't? What if you stopped running from your dreams and started walking into them, not with fear, but with reverence? Because in those dark, shimmering hours, when the world is silent, you are not lost. You are being spoken to. You're not imagining it. You're awakening. If you've ever woken up with tears on your face, with a message in your heart you couldn't explain, with a memory from a dream more vivid than the day ahead, you're not broken. You're tuned in. The reason your dreams feel so alive, so symbolic, is because your spirit is remembering. And no, not everyone experiences dreams this way. But you do, because something within you is waking up. The dreams you ignore are the parts of you. You've buried the dream you always forget. It holds the key to something you've pushed aside. A gift, a fear, a voice that was once silenced, but it keeps returning. Why? Because your soul is not here to play small. It's here to reclaim what was lost. And dreams are the maps, back to the wholeness you forgot you deserved. If you keep dreaming of water, let me speak directly to some of you. If you keep dreaming of water, oceans, floods, swimming, drowning, it's not random. Water is emotion. Water is intuition. Water is memory. It's the feminine, the subconscious, the deep. These dreams are calling you to feel, to stop numbing, to allow the waves to rise and carry you. What are you afraid to face? What truth are you ready to let flow? If you keep dreaming of flight dreams aren't fantasies. They're reminders that you were never meant to crawl, that freedom is your birthright, that something in you is ready to break free from the old pattern, the old cage, the old fear. You were meant to rise, to move beyond the mental walls you've mistaken for limits. So when you dream of flight, don't just wake up and smile. Ask yourself, what in my waking life needs to take off? If you keep dreaming of being chased, you're running from something, not out there, in here. It might be a truth you're not ready to admit, a decision you're not ready to make, a version of you that no longer fits. These dreams are invitations, not to run, but to turn around, to face the thing, and see what happens when you stop being afraid. Because often, when we confront the chaser, we realize it was just a forgotten piece of ourself, asking to be seen. Dreams are not distractions. They are direction. They're not something you get over in the morning. They are compass points, inner wisdom, fragments of memory from other lives, other realms, other versions of you trying to break through. To remind you, you are more than what you've been told. You are a traveler of inner dimensions, and dreams are the bridges between who you were and who you're becoming. A simple dream practice to awaken your symbolic sight. If you're ready to stop ignoring your dreams, here's where to begin. Before sleep, sit for 1 minute in silence. Place your hand on your heart. Whisper an intention. Tonight, I receive what my soul wants to show me. Upon waking, stay still. Don't grab your phone. Let the images rise like mist. Write anything that comes, even a word, even a color. During the day, notice recurring symbols, a door, a bird, a number. Ask, where have I seen this before? Because the more you notice, the more the dream will unfold, and you'll begin to see that dreaming doesn't end at sunrise. It just changes shape. You are not alone in this. If you've ever felt like your dreams were too strange, too intense, too spiritual to explain, you are not alone. There are others like you, quietly remembering. Others who wake up with the same ache, the same questions, the same feeling that this meant something. This is your confirmation. Yes, it does mean something. And no, you're not crazy. You're connected. You're in conversation with something higher, and that's a sacred gift. If you feel this, it means you're awakening that haunting feeling, that your dreams carry meaning too deep for language, that they hold pieces of you that the waking world can't quite touch. That feeling means one thing. You're awakening, not just spiritually, but symbolically, energetically, soulfully. You're remembering how to listen, not with your ears, but with your inner knowing, and it's changing everything. This world was built to distract you from the dreaming mind. Let's be honest. We live in a world that teaches us to ignore dreams, to laugh them off, to shake them off, to scroll them away. But ancient cultures knew better. They built temples for dream work. They gathered in circles to share visions. They sent their wisest seekers into sleep for prophecy, because they knew dreams are not less real. They're more real, because they come from a part of us untouched by ego, time, or fear. And if you've felt a pull toward that sacred depth, you're not strange. You're remembering. You are the interpreter of your own mysteries. No one else can tell you what your dreams mean, not really, because you hold the code. Yes, books can offer symbols, teachers can offer clues, but the most powerful interpretations come from within. So ask, what emotion did I wake up with? What part of my life mirrors that dream? What truth was hidden in that symbol? And then, trust the feeling more than the logic, because symbols bypass the mind to speak straight to the soul. A dream. Ritual for soul connection. Ready to deepen the connection? Here's a sacred nightly ritual. Before bed, light a candle. Just one. Let it be your signal to the unseen. In a notebook, write, I am open to receiving wisdom in my dreams. I welcome guidance, healing, and remembrance. As you lie down, place both hands on your chest. Breathe. Whisper. I trust the messages of the night. In the morning, write what you recall, even if it's fragments. Over time, a pattern will emerge, and you'll begin to notice that your dreams are answering you. Because they always were. You just hadn't been listening. You are a dreamer, but also the dream. Here's the truth most people never hear. You are not just a dreamer. You are also the dream being dreamt by a higher self, a deeper soul, a consciousness that sees beyond time. And sometimes when you sleep, you reunite with that self, and it shows you what you came here to remember, that you are light, wrapped in form, that you are not alone, not even at 3 a.m., that even in darkness, there are stars speaking your name. Let go of the need to understand everything immediately. Some dreams won't make sense at first. That's okay. Let go of the need to solve them. Some messages are seeds. They bloom later. Some symbols only unlock when you're ready. And some dreams are just there to hold you while you sleep. That too is sacred. That too is divine. Dreams are invitations, not commands. One last thing. Dreams don't control you. They don't demand. They invite to reflect, to realign, to remember. So when you feel fear in a dream, ask, what is it showing me? When you feel awe, ask, what part of me remembers this? And when you feel nothing at all, just silence, space, or light, that too is a message. Sometimes the most powerful dreams come without words, just presence. You were never meant to sleep through your own becoming your dreams. Have been patiently waiting, night after night sending you whispers, visions, fragments of forgotten truths. They don't want to haunt you. They want to wake you. Because you were never meant to sleep through your own becoming. You were meant to remember who you are in the silence, in the symbols, in the shimmering echoes of the night. You are the message you've been waiting for. Here's the paradox. You keep searching for signs, but you've been the sign all along. Your dreams are not just messages. They are mirrors, reflections of a self you've buried beneath survival, distraction, fear. But every time you dream, that self steps forward and says, I'm still here. If this touched you, you're not alone. If you've listened this far and something inside you stirred, an ache, a memory, a recognition, you're not alone. Others like you are waking up, quietly, slowly, bravely, some through meditation, some through heartbreak, some through dreams, and some, like you, through all of it. There is a sacred tribe of dreamers rising, and you are part of it. Before you sleep tonight, remember, this you are not lost. You are listening. You are not broken. You are remembering. You are not crazy. You are connected. So tonight, when the world grows quiet and the veil thins, before you drift into sleep, place your hand on your heart, close your eyes, and whisper to yourself, I am open. I am listening. I am ready to remember. Then let go and trust what comes. Share the dream. If this message touched something deep inside you, don't keep it to yourself. There is someone, right now, who is ignoring the very dreams that could change their life. Share this with them. Be the mirror they didn't know they needed. Because when one soul remembers, it gives others permission to remember too. Thank you for remembering with me. Thank you for walking through this doorway. Thank you for listening between the words. Thank you for dreaming. With your eyes open. If you feel called, like, comment, or subscribe. Not for numbers, but to signal to the universe, I'm here, I'm ready, I remember. Until next time. May your nights be full of messages. May your mornings be full of meaning. And may your soul always follow the voice that speaks, even in sleep.